Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's video newsletter is my ex blocked me during the re-attraction process. What now? Well, let's take a look at this email. So this particular guy, he broke up with his girlfriend in January of this year, and so we're like, middle to end of July. So, and the reason he broke up with her was that she was getting too touchy-feely with one of his friends. And apparently, this happened on multiple occasions. And I guess after the last time it happened, he'd been tipping back a little too many cocktails, got really drunk, and then broke up with her. The next day, he realizes what he's done. He's like, "I'm sorry, please take me back." And she says no. And so eventually, he went no contact. Eventually, she came back and they started seeing each other. And I guess apparently she had deleted his number because she keeps talking about leaving and moving on. And I mean, it's pretty clear that, from the email that she doesn't have any integrity anyways. But so he's kind of in love with the fantasy of who he wants her to be, but he's kind of ignoring the fact that she's got no integrity. If your girlfriend is hitting on your guy friends when she has a little bit too much to drink, or she just does it when you're not around, again, this is why you let her think you trust her implicitly, so you can find these things out, and your friends, your family, or people that you know can let you know what's going on when you're not around. Because you got to evaluate her character, and the best way to evaluate her character is to let her think you trust her implicitly. So if she gets really sloppy and thinks you're a dum-dum, and then you can catch her in her lies. You can catch her in her dishonesty. Because in relationships, you got to set and enforce healthy boundaries. And there's two kinds of women. There's women for fun and fucking, and then there are women for family. And so no guy wants to wife up a girl or get into a serious relationship with a girl or make a girl his baby mama when she's got her hands all over other guys and trying to turn them on, so they try to seduce her or actually do seduce her. That's low character. Character's destiny. And you need to find this information out, and that's why it's just best not to say anything. And so you can see how she operates, because she's going to slip up at some point, and then you're going to find out what you're dealing with. And then you can disengage with a clear conscience and a clear mind and say, hey, I gave her the benefit of the doubt, but she did me dirty. He says, Dear Corey, thank you so much for your work. It has greatly improved my dating life and general well-being. I'm emailing you today because I was recently blindsided by my ex blocking me in the middle of reattraction. I broke up with her in January after a year of dating. She did something disrespectful. She was very overly friendly and touchy with one of my friends, and that I had told her to not do it before. Well, if you'd already told her not to do it before and she kept doing it, well, character's destiny. What is the old saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Shame on me. So you trusted her, and she said she wasn't going to do it again, and then she violated your boundaries. So that's it. You don't get any more chances after that. If you're thinking about being in a relationship with a woman that is touchy-feely with other men, especially your friends, and she's so fucking stupid to think that you're going to let that slide, no, that's a deal breaker. There's girls for fun and fucking, which is what this one is, and there's girls for family. And the girls who are for fun and fucking, got to wear a condom. And make sure you flush it. She's a friendly person, but I'm not okay with my girlfriend doing that, as I had told her. Again, she doesn't respect you or your boundaries, so that's a deal breaker. It's it. You can't make good wine from bad grapes. She's just a hookup girl. That's it. I was very drunk in the moment, and we were already having a bad week, so I broke up with her in an ugly way. Name calling and borderline yelling was part of it, I'm ashamed to say. After reflecting on it for a day, I reached out to her to apologize. You shouldn't be reaching out to her to apologize when she was cheating on you. That's ridiculous. That makes you look like a pathetic, weak beta male. And all it does is invite her to disrespect you even more and walk all over you even more. Because women cannot love a man they don't respect. And when she dicks you down like that, and then you apologize for her cheating on you, she's going to lose all respect. She says, after reflecting on it for a day, I reached out to her to apologize and talk about things, but she was pretty upset about what happened, so she refused. That should have been the end of it. You should have never done that. I went no contact, and she reached out a few weeks later. Since then, we've been seeing each other on and off. Each time, it'll stop with her saying she can't do it anymore because she can't get over how I treated her when breaking up. Well, I don't know what you said when you were breaking up. Obviously, you were pretty nasty, but she cheated on you. She's not loyal. She acted like a hoe. So whether you were nasty and called her names, it's like, it doesn't matter. What she did to you was unforgivable. You can't fix that. You can't make good wine from bad grapes. She's just not loyal. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. It doesn't work. Her friends are also obviously against me. Well, actually, that's pretty good because that will help her not come back. Each time she says she can't see me, I say, I'm sorry to hear that, and if you change your mind, let me know. For the past 5 months, she has always reached out within 1 to 3 weeks. I've only reached out first once in this time frame to follow up on something. All other times were started by her, including telling me she can't see me. I've been fluctuating on if I actually want to get back with her, but I'm at least open to seeing her and see how things go. Why? Unless you're just strictly fuck buddy, friends with benefits, sex playmate, that's it, and you're going to definitely wear a condom, and you're going to make sure you flush it. I wouldn't be finishing inside of her. I don't know what country you're in, but you don't want to be like some of these NBA players that get paternity suits from a one-night stand, because there are women that will do that because they're like, hey, he's got money, I live in a blue state, and this happened in a blue state, so we'll just sue him and get millions. But I'm at least open to seeing her and see how things go. She still has a strong emotional bond to me, as seen by her always coming back, but feels guilty each time she does due to her friend's influence and her own internal conflict with it. Again, this should be irrelevant because she's a liar and a cheater. As soon as a woman that you're dating and in a relationship with starts touching your friends or your guys you know or male coworkers or your next door neighbor in a sexual way or in a flirty way, she's basically saying, hey, try to seduce me. I'll probably sleep with you. It's like, that's a deal breaker. A lady does not do that. A woman that was raised by a good man, a man with honor and integrity, is not going to tolerate that kind of fuckery from any of his daughters or his sons. He just would not allow it, and they will love and respect their dad. They'll respect his authority, and they would never do something that would disappoint their father like that. Girls that behave this way, that's just because dad fucked up. He didn't do a good job if he was even in the picture. Just recently, things were as best as they have been, and we saw each other 3 times in a row without her pulling away for the first time since the breakup. However, I learned she's been seeing other guys in the meantime from notifications on her phone and a little snooping on my part when she was away. See, this is why you got to let her think you trust her implicitly, so you'll see shit like this popping up. So again, this just reiterates character's destiny. This is not surprising. She's already shown you who they are. You should believe her. That's what Maya Angelou said. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Luckily, I saw this right before leaving, so it didn't affect how I acted with her, but definitely has hurt my mental health since. Even though things were going well, she kept mentioning how she feels like she needs to move on, but can't, and would say things like, can you get a new girlfriend so I can finally leave you alone? I mean, she's telling you to go on down the road. It's just not going to work with her, bro. You can make good wine from bad grapes. My voice is getting all crackly. This is like the 4th video that I filmed now. So I've been talking for a couple hours straight. So bear with me. It's almost over. Now, what has blindsided me is the day after we hung out, she blocked me on social media, where we've been communicating because she got rid of my number. Sounds like she's doing you a favor. She doesn't have your number. Whatever. I wouldn't be calling her. She hasn't done this since we first broke up. Now I'm wondering how to proceed from here. You're a free man, dude. Rock out with your cock out. Go find a girl with some integrity. You can't fix this. This is not salvageable. Should I just give up hope and completely move on? Yep. It's becoming a headache how often she comes and goes. Her coming and going, she was a coming and a going. It's affecting my motivation. For is, I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. Jenny, why don't you love me? Remember how Jenny dicked over Forrest Gump? Because I think what ended up happening, they don't really say it. He's like a three-letter word took your life or something like that. But it's like, she slept with, half the country and then has a child with him and then I think dies of AIDS or something like that. Because she belonged to the streets. And your ex-girlfriend, she belongs to the streets, my man. You cannot work with this. She belongs to the streets! We have mugs, she belongs to the streets, to remind yourself. Maybe you should get one. Go to teespring.com, the Coach Corey Wayne store, or CoreyWayneShop.com. You can find it there. Her coming and going is affecting my motivation with getting other girls and also is usually at the back of my mind when I'm with them. How can I stop fretting over it so much? Your advice is greatly appreciated. Well, what will make you completely forget about this girl is meeting a girl that knocks your socks off. So you have to do whatever it is that you need to do to get as much FaceTime with as many beautiful single ladies as possible, because eventually one of them you're going to really click with. And so you should be applying what's in the book. I have to say good job on your vetting process and being like James Bond, because this girl obviously thought she had you hoodwinked and faked out, and because you let her think that you trust her. And so you saw plenty of notifications popping up on the phone. You saw her behavior. She doesn't respect your boundaries. And on top of that, she's still dating other guys. So she ain't going to be loyal to anybody. It's not your fault. This is what her parents did to her. This is what her parents taught her. So you just need to disengage and move on. If it was me, even if she does reach out in the future, I wouldn't hang out with her anymore. If you're crazy enough and the sex is so great that you want to hit it again, it's like definitely wear a condom and make sure you flush them. But again, that just because you wear a condom doesn't mean you're not going to slip one past the goalie. And especially if you're a high net worth dude, it's like there's a lot of downside risk for that, my man. So I would not waste my time with a girl like this. But hey, you do you, boo-boo. This is your life. But if you're family-oriented, when a family-oriented girl, this is not her. This is just a girl for fun and fucking, and that's it. That's reality. So if you guys haven't already signed up for our exclusive members-only content, in the video description below, there is a link that will take you to understandingrelationships.com on my website and to the plans page. Or if you go there, you can click the link at the top on the plans page. So you can join monthly. You get a 7-day free trial, so you can check out the members-only content. And if you choose an annual plan, then you get a 25% discount after the 7-day free trial. And you can also subscribe at YouTube. There, if you want to consume the content and the members-only videos on YouTube exclusively, there is a link in the video description that will take you to the sign-up page to do that. If you would prefer to consume the members-only content on Spotify, there is a link in the video description that will take you to Spotify so you can consume the members-only content there. So what you get is 6 additional video coaching newsletters per week, just like this one, that are members only, and only paid members have access to it. You also get the weekly 3% Man Study Group podcast and the weekly Mastering Yourself Study Group podcast with myself and the girls and the guys. And we literally go page by page in the books and discuss all the concepts, principles, and the details and the strategies that are in the book to give you a better teaching tool. Plus, we got a lot of other exclusive videos and content and interviews and stuff that paying members only get to see. So again, all the links are below in the video description, or you can just go to understandingrelationships.com, click the plans tab at the top of your screen, and join whatever plan works for you. And if you've got a question or a problem that you would like to get my help with, Go to understandingrelationships.com and select the coaching option, which will be at the top of your screen on any page of my website. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.